So this video is very important. It has been, at least for if you were like me, because I've been struggling with this problem for a while when I was a teenager or younger. And if I had known what I'm going to tell you today, if someone had taken the time to explain it very clearly, it would have, I think, saved me a lot of years of stress and conflict. So I hope this video will manage to reach the person who needs it the most. What I'm going to talk to you about is if you're watching this video. So first of all, you're a bit weird because it's a small channel. I'm not well known. I'm not editing the video at all. So I don't know what you're doing here. But something tells me that you try to deviate from the norm, or you're not interested in being average in any way that could be. I don't know you personally, but I know that for sure that if you, in general in life, if you deviate from the norm, if you try to make your own path outside of what is presented to you, people will not understand. People will not share your interest, for example. They will not understand why you're so motivated to do something, or you have some ideas that are different than yours. And I want to say that it's by definition, it's meant to be like this. If you want to learn something, for example, like why bother? You're not in school anymore. Why do you put all this effort? Same thing if you read even a book, fiction or non-fiction, depending on who you're talking to. Like, why bother? You want to start a business, it's very risky. People will tell you that. You should instead get a job, get a stable employment because you have a degree, you should use it, this kind of thing. People will either gloss over you, they will misunderstand, or sometimes they will become aggressive, and that's kind of expected. Like I said, that's how society works, and most of them actually mean well. We'll see that later. So let's imagine when I say that it's normal, I want to make you understand why I mean that. So if I were to go outside and dress weirdly, for example, or act in a way that is considered immoral or gross, people look at me weird. And not only because I go outside and do something crass, but even if it only affects me, if I don't hurt anybody, I will still get frowned upon by people, by society. And that's basically what the society does. That's what the average does. And it's not really bad, it's just how it works. If I were to deviate from the norm in any way, I cannot expect people from liking everybody, the average, for liking me. So yeah, don't expect people to like you out of the blue, or share your interest, or understand where you are, why you are going the way you are going to. But it's very important to not take this idea too far. So please don't be bitter. Like I said, it doesn't mean they hate you. Most of people don't care. Most people just actually, the people who gonna criticize, like frown upon deviation the most are people that love you. People that, for example, your parents, if they have a clear idea of what they want for you, like stability, safety, and a good future in the way they see it. So of course they're gonna some at least will take it the wrong way if you deviate from that. It's not because they it's not because they hate you, it's just you work differently. So don't be bitter, but also don't think you are better than them. Don't think you're better than people. I want you to see that if this was the average, by deviating or by finding your own way, even if you are quote unquote successful at other metrics, I don't know if you become very rich or very intelligent, something like that. I don't want you to see it as like you getting there, but rather you getting like to another path. It's not a ladder. It's not a ladder. It's not a one-way hierarchy. So don't judge people. Don't think you are better than them if you just want to do your own thing. I think that's a very important part. If you want to, it's not worth it. If you have ambitious goal, or if you just want to do your own thing, it's not worth it to isolate yourself or be make enemy with people who loves you the most, at least to an extent. On that, I have some practical tips to close this video. So if you cannot make them understand, because like I said, it's expected, it's what society does. At its core, the average sees pull towards the average, which is not necessarily a bad thing. So instead of try to make them understand, or like struggling, that's the struggle I was talking about at the beginning of the video. I really wanted my family, for example, to understand and see what I was seeing when I was seeing opportunities or interesting I was learning, etc. They just couldn't understand. I was trying to explain and it just wasn't working. We were just not on the same frequency. So what I want you to do instead of trying to explain, for example, that your business idea will work, typically, show them. Instead of explaining like all the different ways that it could work because you have proof, you have other people that has done the same thing, you have role models, etc. Instead of trying to explain them intellectually, you just show them. You just pull like do the work, get the results, and then they just see the proof and they will see that you were right, or maybe not. Because it's something you need to understand. That's why I wanted to say that don't think you're better, because they might be right. They might actually, for example, because like you could totally fail at one business, or like an idea you had wasn't maybe the right one for you at this time, or anything like this. So that's why I'm saying be humble. Just focus on proving them wrong, and if you cannot, well, accept it's all right. We all make mistakes. I sure know I do. So yeah, you'll feel way better by just focusing on putting things into the real world rather than trying to talk your way through something that is almost impossible. Second practical tip would be to just find new people. So it's very demotivating sometimes to have people that don't understand around you. So I'm not saying you should isolate yourself and only surround yourself with people who agree with you. But it's very useful to have people like you, like-minded people who can, or more experienced people, that's the ideal, that could understand where you're coming from. And finally, like I alluded to, third practical tip is to be kind to people. Be kind to everyone. Don't think you are, of course, superior, or don't burn bridges just because you don't see your future the same way. We all go through our different paths in life. We all live our different lives. Some people have more trouble accepting different paths than others, but that doesn't mean you should isolate yourself, or it's not worth it to live in conflict just so you can be right. So yeah, I'm telling you, do your own thing and understand that people will not understand, and it's okay.